We've waited a long time. Fought in the snowy wastes of Esselin, and on the jagged peaks of Amherst. But this is something entirely different. Hossin. Its very name sounds like something deadly and poisonous, and you would be right to take warning. Death waits around every rock, in every stagnant pond, up every tree. The victor here is determined as much by who uses the environment to their advantage as skill in combat. And even that environment can kill you. Tanks are pressed close together, making them easy targets. Aircraft have to venture below the thick canopy to provide support and risk entanglement, or worse. And there is always another way that you didn't see, for infantry to come at you. Swamps have given us a long list of tough battles throughout history. Burma, Guadalcanal, Vietnam. Well, now it's our turn. Welcome to the jungle.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another ServerSmash. I will be your main host slash caster today. My name is Farah. With me today, co-casting will be, why don't you say hello, Redland?
I'm Redland Bastard from DPSO. I'm going to be co-casting, and we have an incredibly exciting match today. We get to play on a brand new continent for the first time ever. The entire continent.
Yes, indeed. So today we are playing on Hossin, brand new continent, brand new release, and we wanted to run a test game, so we figured, hey, let's ask Woodman and Miller. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And today, Woodman will be playing the Terran Republic from the Western Warp Gate. Miller will be playing the New Conglomerate from the Eastern Warp Gate. Bring it up on the map just to give you a quick overlay of the map. So we'll come back to this in a minute and explain what's going on, but we have a number of new things today that we're really excited about. We're trying to push the envelope with what we're doing. But first things first, we have a couple of members in our team we just want to give a mad shout out to. So today, as I said, caster, Farah, Redland Bastard, graphics and the overlay, as you'll see in the top left, was done by JRWR. Very cool guy, did some really good kind of background work. We're hoping to have a live scoreboard and ticker stuff, but you will see that later. That's really, really cool. And today we've also added a game referee. Odin's Pride today will be our game referee, so he's going to be taking charge of like the final result and all that kind of stuff, and he'll be in charge of like basically solving any potential problems or sticky points and has final say in the rule, and you know, fun police report to him. So are you here, Odin's?
You bet I am.
So, you looking forward to being the game referee?
I am so not, but I am so so looking forward to watching this match. Hopefully, it'll be smooth sailing the whole way, and I can just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Cool. Right. So I guess we should move on to some match details. Odin's, what's new?
Well, obviously, like you were saying, this is a brand new continent. Everyone's new favorite continent, Hossin. It is a new basically everything, because we haven't tried it before, so we're testing out not only the map itself, but to see, you know, how Hossin plays, not only just for balance, but to see how it works out for, you know, to take the stress and the pressure that ServerSmashes can bring to it. Also, one of the big updates that's happened since our last ServerSmash is the resource revamp has come into play in a big way, at least on PTS. So you're going to see not infantry, mech, and air resources. Now the resources are going to be from nanites. So we're testing out the resource revamp and see how that plays into, you know, maybe different strategies that servers might employ down the line as well. So we got two big things coming around. Hossin's going to be a really cool thing for us down the line, as well as the resource revamp. And Farah talked about the overlay that we have going on for you guys. It's going to be a really nice, simple thing for our viewers to be able to see what's going on at any time. But one of the big things that we wanted to announce, I know not only that people are excited for this But we are also excited to announce the merger smashes that are going to be coming down the line as well. I know that's been talked about from SOE's side as well as from our side. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up on the dates. We have been able to finalize the dates. Ceres and Cobalt are going to be playing on August 2nd, and Miller and Woodman are going to be playing on August 3rd. So start getting you guys ready and excited for that. We're going to be pulling out some all the stops for this one, and we'll be giving out information in the coming weeks to let you guys know what to expect. So that's what we got coming down the pipe. We got a lot of good things coming at you, and so hopefully we will be able to see how this one plays out and down the line as well.
Sure, right. So I guess moving on to a few other things that you may or may not have noticed on the stream. We are experimenting today with a new overlay. We have a new kind of scoreboard system up in the top left. So this is experimental. We've tested it. It's fairly robust. We can see Woodman's in the top left, Miller's to the right of it, and they're currently listing 44 each. That is, as we bring up the map, the territory percentage, and it should instantaneously update within about 10-15 seconds and also give us some ticker, and any base that I miss capturing will get picked up and you'll have a scrolling text bar. So we're experimenting with that today. We'll have the game clock just up in this little window here when we actually get started, so that's kind of cool. So mad props to JRWR for helping us out and getting that all kind of going. The rules today, which is also quite important, as we go today, very simple, very simplistic, very basic. Capture as much of Hossin as you possibly can with the 22, that'd be amazingly epic. But within the 2 hours, winners determined in-game by the territory control graph, and there's no overtime. So at the end of 2 hours, exactly on the dot, the game referee, that being Odin's Pride, he will see who has the most territory. They are the winner. In future server smashes, we hope to have an alert, and the alert just fires up, this faction was victorious, and then there you go. But for now, we're just going to run off what the map is, and so that's what we'll go with for the time being. Okay, with that being said, we should move on. Do we have our server reps, Odin's, or JR? Or does anyone like to do a talk about which outfits are playing for us today with Woodman Miller?
I think we need to go get our server reps, and I know that they were dealing with something else. Odin, are they available, or should we...
I can go grab them, not a problem at all.
You go grab them, I'll talk about the map. So, the map today. This is our first take at the Hossin map. So, purple, that being Vanu, neutral faction, we thought that we would fight over a number of bases. And the thing that's interesting about, let's say, in Esamir, we have 5 lanes. We have a super secret, Amrish map, which we'll maybe talk about in future time, but that's probably 6 lanes, and here we have 7 or 8 lanes depending on how you look at it. Now we got a little really cool video that Redolence made, so we'll show that in a little bit later. But basically, we have Kessel's Ring, that's 1, Construction Beta's 2. Both teams have an uncontested access to the outpost, to the biolab, so the biolab isn't instantly under attack. So that's 3. The Akan Southern Labs is contested by both, so that's 4. Nason's Defiance is 5. Gurney Dam is 6. Hunter's Blind is 7, and then finally right at the very bottom we have a fight between Four Fingers and Con Global Telegraph. That's 8. So we are really looking forward to seeing how forces split themselves up and how they fight and whatnot along this long battlefront. So
one thing that we should mention about the map, if you go to Akan East, you'll notice that there's a generator blown symbol on that. That's deliberate. That particular base has a generator that's a 30-second countdown to get to the point. To make it equal access for both sides, we've already taken that generator out so they can both just get straight to the point and immediately start capping. There's no delay from one warp gate or the other.
Yeah, it's just in the effort of fairness today. So, I mean, we'll talk about some of the more detailed what, when, where, why of the rules and how we think the flow is going to work. But right now, while we're waiting for our server reps, I will go ahead and play Redolent's video, just explaining a couple of the bases and the maps and what we got here. So we'll be right back.
Hossin is PlanetSide 2's first new continent since release, an arena of tenebrous swampland, multifaceted base layouts, and bioluminescent planets. While the open spaces of Esamir and Amarish favor vehicle play, Hossin is the playground for infantry. Woodman will start from the western warp gate as the Terran Republic, and Miller will begin at the eastern warp gate, as the new conglomerate. The first ServerSmash lane lies above the neutral warp gate in the far south. Global Telegraph and the Finger, two open cap point bases separated by a small forested area, with no neutral base to separate the combatants. This lane will be decided on which server can gain control of the other's capture point faster, and hold on with little surrounding cover. Moving north, Hunter's Blind can be a treehouse of horrors if you aren't vertically inclined. This arboreal base can only be accessed from the ground by way of 3 jump pads. Look for each server to try and gain control of the ground around the pads before making a move in force to the point. Fights here are fierce, and players who don't look above and below are easy pickings for light assaults. One of the largest set pieces in PS2, Gurney Dam confronts both servers with limited paths to the point, and poisonous water that will kill you instantly. The point is a typical powerhouse building with attached crescent, but the bridges to its island are narrow and easily choked, and the water will destroy even vehicles. Look for infantry to secure the point from the air, or for some fancy tightrope driving along the edge of the dam. Mason's Defiance is the central base of the continent, accessed through the lattice's central wheel of bases. The caves beneath the base containing C Point offer a unique fight, but the base is won or lost at B. Already an easy layout for attackers to dig in, B Point rewards them even more with a vehicle and infantry terminal, making it practically a mini-enemy base. Mason's Defiance, despite its central location, is actually not the keystone of the middle of the map. This small base to the south of Akan is. The victor at Akan Southern Labs not only gains another access to the biolab, they also open a lane directly into the heart of the enemy's territory, with no large outposts to oppose them all the way to the warp gate. An open courtyard surrounded by balconies and easy access from the air make the point here deadly difficult to hold. An island of the familiar in a sea of new bases, Akan is a typical biolab until it comes to its surroundings. Its connecting bases are tucked behind massive rock formations and narrow canyons that leave attackers on the ground highly susceptible to ambush. Unlike most continents, the biolab does not form a Hossin is PlanetSide 2's first new continent since release, an arena of tenebrous swampland, multifaceted base layouts, and bioluminescent plants. While the open spaces of Esamir Amarish favor vehicle play, Hossin is the playground for infantry. Woodman will start from the western warp gate as the Terran Republic, and Miller will begin at the eastern warp gate as the new conglomerate.
Is that all we're playing?
The first ServerSmash lane lies above the neutral warp gate in the far south. Global Telegraph and the Finger, two open cap point bases separated by a small forested area, with no neutral base to separate the combatants. This lane will
Sorry about that, I didn't realize the thing auto loops. That's hilarious.
Basically, I'd like to go ahead and start asking the individual server reps who they brought here and basically their server culture and what they're planning on doing here. So I'm going to start with the Woodman rep, Anga.
Hi. We have a wide variety of outfits. We have rebel rifles, wolf. Sorry, people talking. SWAT of 12, Scarlet Phantom, Enforce Independence, Orbital Strike Force, Riot, Forgotten Honor Marauder, Sword of Honor, Renegade Incorporated, 101st Freedom Fighters, Yellow Bus, Last Wave Heroes, 2nd Combined Arms Corps, Elysian Drop Troops, Tank, 208 Strike Unit, Yar, Mu, KOTV, Keepers of the Void, Vogu, Void Guardians, The Art of Warfare, Iron Pulse, Random Glorious Bastards, Cerberus, and Men's Sans Frontier. Woodman is a very infantry focused server. We don't have a lot of air outfits, and outfits people do fly generally get ganked, so we tend to focus more on the ground and stick to what we're good at. We're a very, very friendly community. We're almost like the forgotten server in some ways, we feel. All your servers are more vocal than we are. We tend to get, in the background. And we're very much looking forward to getting merged with Miller.
Now, what would you say that your guys were thinking about for doing Hostin? Were they excited? Are they amped up to go at this continent for the first time?
Yeah, I think everyone on our servers pretty much played Hossin to death. We've had a massive population on Hossin, and it's been full all the time for all factions. So looking forward to seeing how it tests out under match conditions. No one's really quite sure how it's going to go. Obviously, no one's played alerts in it, so how it's going to go under match conditions is going to be anyone's guess. But everyone's excited, and are very happy that they've been chosen to test us out.
All right. Well, thank you. That was Woodman. I'm going to now move over to Miller and Justicia, who is their representative.
Yeah, hello. I'm Justicia from the DickT outfit. I'm one of the 3 server reps of Miller, together with Bevenged and Dirty TR. We've brought a host of different outfits. We are ranging from small outfits that can bring a squad to a big outfit that can bring a lot of people. But for ServerSmash, we try to have outfits bring about a squad each. So, for example, we've got 252V, LYF, Russell Cons, Formido, Gianji, LCTH, and Wasp from NC. They're very different outfits. Some are combined, some are air, and some are ground only. From TR, we've got BRTD, we've got Ini, which is of course a well-known outfit. We've got Roughnecks. And then from VS, we've got CSG, the Coldstream Guard. We've got DickT. We have Noddy and VCBC. And from TR, I forgot, we also have IACP. So we have a lot of different outfits. These make up the most of our ground forces. And then in the air, we've got different outfits as well. For this ServerSmash, ABTF is bringing a squad. DickT is bringing a squad. Ini is bringing a squad. And FRC is bringing a squad. So we will have a lot of guys in the air. In contrast to Woodman, we are quite an air-focused server. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how that will turn out in this ServerSmash.
What do you have your guys said about Hossin? Are they excited about? You said that you guys have a lot of a lot of pilots involved. Are the pilots excited to fly there, or are they really concerned about some trees?
Well, I think we can avoid some trees. Trees are of course always OP, but I think Marfielder, our force commander, has got a solid plan in place. So I hope we can make good use of our air and see what happens. But Hossin is definitely an interesting concept, and the map, how it looks. So we're very interested in seeing how it turns out and what we can learn from it for our merger smash in 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you very much. That again was Justicia from Miller. So we've now heard from both of the 2 servers and their cultures and who they brought. Farah, what's next?
Oh no, that's good. Well, thank you very much, guys, for coming around and telling us who's taking part. That's kind of cool. We look forward to seeing you. Have you got any kind of special or fancy camos that you're using today, or is it just kind of something everyone wants?
For Miller, it's outfits can shoot their own camo. So this time we don't have a server-wide camo, but I don't know which outfit is wearing which. But you should see some different camos by squad.
We let everyone.
You just let everyone pick what you want. Yeah, that's cool. Well, thanks, guys. I'll let you get back to your corresponding teams.
Thank you very much. Good luck, Woodman.
Okay, well, that was that then. Right, so the map in detail then, guys. We got a few minutes to buzz off, so let's have a look at this map in detail. Okay, so 240-240, different from Esamir in the past, where we had the split line along. I reckon, interesting points, Kessel's Antiquated Crossing is a mirror match. That's kind of interesting. I'm wondering what's going to go on there. I honestly think because this is a percentage territory alert, major facilities don't have the same values they did in the past. So the biolab might actually be a bad thing because it's a 3-minute base cap, if not even faster. So it caps faster than a small outpost. Plus, you can kill off the SCU as well. So in that respect, ooh, that's a good point. I'll get back to it. I just saw it on the stream Twitch chat. So it would be interesting to see. This is probably, you have to have more people to defend the biolab than being free to move onwards.
And that biolab doesn't form a choke point anywhere. On
no, you
on
can go
Esamir,
around it.
yeah, on Esamir, those biolabs are basically brick walls. You stick a couple people there, you can stop it. Here, if you don't want to fight at the biolab, you can cap around the outside of it.
Sure. So one of the other, so you can go to the north. There's two large outposts, Hatcher's Air Station and Hade Skydog. But in the south, Akan Southern Labs is a contested southern access point into the biolab between the two factions. We have Nason's Defiance. Really looking forward to seeing Nason's Defiance. We have the 3 capture points, north, middle, and south. That'll be interesting to see who kind of grabs what and how it plays out because it's neutral. Grony Dam, I love it because they're both coming in from both directions. It's a nice kind of neutral base. The green swampy stuff will kill you in observer camera. Fun fact. Moving down, Hunter's Blind is a sort of mini Ewoks village. It's very impressive. We wanted to make that neutral, just see how it works. And then at the very bottom, we just have a basic link between Four Fingers and Com Global Telegraph. We figured this was probably the most balanced map in terms of access, control, large outposts, all that kind of stuff, as much as you can get in Hossin, i.e. a 3-way map designed for 2 teams. Now, just before we go on anymore, who were our force commanders today, Redland? Do we know that? For unfortunately, they've left the channel, but it was mentioned in Twitch chat who the force commanders were. Maybe we could find that out, and I can just mention it to the stream.
I will look for that.
Awesome, thanks very much. So as you were saying, guys, we've got a ticker system, we've got a point system, so you guys can see what's going on when it's happening. We'll have a clock, we'll have the overlay. We'll also have our ref. So today, Odin's Pride will be reffing. So basically, any consults and queries, he'll take care of it, and then any how should I put it? Drama should be gone. Oh, there's another important thing, guys. There is no overtime today, so we're just going over the rule set here. There's no overtime, which means when it ends, that's it. Boom, time over. That's it. Whoever wins that has the most territory percentage at the end of time is the winner, and then that way it's nice and clear. And all of these things we're trying is basically to see whether or not we can get Hossin to work, because we want to get a good solid Hossin map to go with a good Esamir map, and then maybe go with a good Amrish map. And if you have 3 good continents, we can then maybe further along this year do like a season after the merge smashes, but we'll talk about that at the end of the stream today. So that's kind of that. There you go. Right. Do you have any kind of points to add, Redland? Things or thoughts that you see about the map today?
I mean, as you said, I am really interested in some of these neutral fights that we have. Kessel's Antiquated Crossing is one of my favorite bases in this game now. I mean, it's the kind of thing where if I hop onto the game and I see we're fighting there, I immediately go there. I love that base. I think it's really interesting. The different ways you can approach the point, the different ways you can't just lock something down. You can't just say, well, that's the one door they're coming through. I'm going to put a turret there and kill them all. You have to constantly be on guard. You have to make sure they don't put stuff behind you, and that's really interesting. And I think there's a lot of bases like that we have in this immediate neutral fight. The Skydock. I'm sorry, not the Skydock fight. The Hunter's Blind fight is, everyone knows it's a really difficult base to take from defenders, but we're now doing this as a neutral fight. I want to see, are people jumping up on the jump pads and light assaulting and killing each other before they can get over to the point? And again, there's just multiple ways you can approach things now.
Oh, no, you're right, absolutely. I am, as my map loads in, flying too fast. I am really looking forward to this type of base fight. I want to know how it works with the spawn rooms being out of the way. Will both teams kind of approach Hunter's Blind from these little jump pads on either side and then kind of fire themselves up? Now, unlike previous bases that have been neutral, this is just a 4-minute base. So, you grab yourself that capture point and you hold the tall walkways. Ground forces and ground vehicles aren't going to play a big deal. It's just going to be Sunder placement and Sunder defense. I wonder how, because Miller did say in the pre-game interview, they're mainly an Air Force thing, so are they going to come in underneath the canopy and maybe do some ground support, because they will be very close to the infantry and maybe get some kind of fire suppression going on outside the capture point.
By the way, I do now have the force commanders for both servers. The Woodman force commander is Gavariet, and the Miller first force commander is Morfildor.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Okay. Oh, Redland Bastard is much louder than Fire. Can you fix that? Let me try, guys. There's a 2-minute delay. Apologies. I'll go. You'll get this later, but I'll give it a go.
I also am interested to see that Nason's Defiance fight. Again, we're kind of experiencing these bases completely differently than we do on live. On that neutral fight, everyone is going to want to go for B point because you get you can resupply infantry, you can pull vehicles and pull unlimited sunders out if you need to, and then it's basically A point is I think about 300 or 400 meters away. It's almost as far away as another small base. So you have these different engagements that are going to be going on of who can put that sunder replacement somewhere, who can make a push around that they don't see and get onto another point and then lock it down. That's a lot of these bases just act completely different in a ServerSmash than they do on live because you're only facing 2 people and because you've started off with a neutral cap point.
No, absolutely. So I'm just answering a few questions on stream there. So hopefully I've turned your volume down, so hopefully that should help. I haven't done anything to my microphone because it involves restarting the stream. And, well, I'm getting forward to this. How do you want to do this? Do you want to basically wait a few minutes before the hour, then just show our intro video and then we'll go into it?
I think we can start the intro video right now, and I will go see where Odin is as far as doing all the other stuff.
So what's going to happen, guys, is when we start today, we normally would have perhaps, or we hope in the future, to either have GM commands ourselves or to have a dev in the office firing off an alert. So when the alert happens, that's the start. Hey presto, in you go. However, that being said, today what will happen is I'll do an all call to all people, and then on the next resource tick, when we call it, everyone has a countdown clock that they can see, and then they know when to start. So we're interested to see the nanits. The nanite system today is the resource thing. That's different. If you're not been on the test server, I definitely recommend going after the ServerSmash and having a look. The resources currently, and this is current build, are only from the warp gate. So if you hypothetically are able to push through and cut off the warp gate, you cut off all the supplies instantly. It's interesting in that, you know, you pay for everything: aircraft, vehicles, tanks, and maxes, and, you know, consumable C4 explosives. So I'm very curious to see how that kind of goes.